All right, we're going to get into finance. So our goal today is to look at simple interest. So whenever you invest or borrow money, you will either earn money on the investment or you have to pay money on the loan. The money that is earned or paid is called interest. So we have some terminology we're going to deal with. Interest is the cost of borrowing money or the money earned from an investment. That's going to be our capital I. Principal is our capital P. That's the original sum of money that is borrowed or invested. Our rate is our little r. The interest rate is always quoted as a percent, which you will always need to turn into a decimal. The term is our time in T. That's how long the money has either been borrowed or invested for. We will always use years. Some questions will need you to convert the time into years first. And A is our final amount. So that's our initial starting amount plus our interest. So today we're going to look at this equation here. So our simple interest formula is I stands for interest. P is our principal. So that's what you start with, right? R is your interest rate as a decimal. Interest rate as a decimal. So you have to take your percent, divide it by 100, okay? And then T, remember, is time, and it has to be in years. Okay, so this is the equation that we're going to be working with today. Tomorrow is going to be compound interest. That's where things become exponential, but we'll worry about that one tomorrow. Okay, so let's do practicing some of these important skills that we need in order to solve these questions. Interest rates, remember, are always quoted as a percent, but we need to turn it into a decimal. To do that, you either divide by 100 or move the decimal space, decimal 2 spaces to the left. So divide that by 100, 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So that would give you 0.13. 1, 2. That would give you 0.025, right? Dividing it by 100. Divide by 100, and again, 1, 2 decimal spots, 0.005. Okay, now in terms of following or expressing time in years, we must always be in years in the question. Sometimes we have to convert, so don't forget that in 1 year, that's the same thing as 12 months. It's the same thing as 52 weeks. Same thing as 365 days. Okay, so if I had 24 months, we'll divide that by 12, and we're really talking about 2 years. If I mentioned 8 months, divide that by 12, and we're really talking about 0.67 years. 14 weeks, divide that by 52, and we're really talking about 14 divided by 52, 0.2, round that to 0.27 years. And 82 days, divide that by 365, and we're really looking at 82 divided by 365 is 0.22. Okay, so if the question is not in years, you will have to convert. So let's do a question. So last week I looked it up and saw that the best GIC rates were 2.10% simple interest if you invest for 5 years, and 1.35% simple interest if you invest for 180 days. Okay, we're going to pretend that we have $8,000 to invest, so that's how much money I have to start with. And I'm going to calculate each scenario. So a GIC is called a guaranteed investment certificate. You buy it for a set amount of time, and then once that time is up, you get your money back plus any interest that it is earned. So scenario 1. Scenario 1. So that's the one we are talking about, 2.1% interest. So my rate is 2.1%. Remember, divide that by 100. So we're talking about 0.021. We're starting with $8,000. And our time for this is 5 years. Okay. What's my interest? I equals PRT. So 8,000 times 0.021 times 5. Throw that in your calculator and you get 8,000 times 0.021 times 5 equals $840. So that's your interest. So your total worth is going to be whatever you started with plus your interest. So your 8,000 plus your 840. So your check at the end is going to be $8,840. Well, that's not bad. Okay, scenario 2. So that's the one where we are talking about 1.35% simple interest. So my rate is 1.35%. Divide that by 100 because we need to turn that into a decimal, 0.0135. I'm still starting with $8,000. And my time now is in 180 days, which means I have to divide that by 365 to get years. Interest is PRT, so 8,000 times my interest rate, 0.0135, times this 180 days that has been converted into years. And I'm just going to do it all in one step. So I only have to do one calculation. 8,000 times 0.0135 times 180 divided by 365 equals $53.26. So that's pretty good. I mean, you only gave them your money for like, what, half a year? And at the end of it, you're earning $53 in interest. So that's pretty good. So at the end of it, you get back your original 8,000 plus the money that, oops, that's a 6, that you earned in interest. So you get $8,053.26. Not bad. Okay. Let's try another example. So here, Philip is going to borrow $540 for 85 days. The interest rate is 26% simple interest. Simple interest, automatically I'm going to write down I equals PRT. And quite often what I do is I write down my letters on the side of my page. And then I go back and I reread the question and then I can figure out what I need to put where. So he's going to borrow $540. So that's what I'm going to start with. Okay. I'm borrowing it for 85 days. So there's my time. And because it's not in years, I have to divide that by 365 days to get years. Right? Because I need my time in years. My interest rate is 26%. So remember 26%, that's going to become 0.26. And I need to figure out how much interest he will have paid. And I need to know that in order to figure out how much he has to pay back at the end. So nice straightforward. I equals PRT. So that equals $540 times 0.26, because that was my rate, times 85 days divided by 365 days in 1 year. Calculator, what does that tell me? 540 times 0.26 times 85 divided by 365 equals $32.69. No, that would round. Sorry. $32.70. So that is how much interest he will have paid. I just solved there. And how much does he have to pay back at the end of the loan period? So he's going to have to pay back the original money plus the interest. So he originally borrowed $540, has to pay $32.70 in interest, which is a lot of money for only 85 days. But that's what credit cards do, cash advances. They charge you lots and lots and lots of money. Therefore, he pays back $572.70. Okay. Current interest rates for like cash advances on credit cards are somewhere in the 23 to 26%. So yeah, it's a lot of money. Last example, Tanya's going to invest $4,850 at 7.6% simple interest. If she wants the money to increase to $8,000, how long will she need to invest the money? All right. So I see these wonderful words, simple interest. So that automatically means I'm using this. Right? So I'm going to automatically, before I go back and figure anything else out, write everything down the side. Done. Okay. Go back and reread the question. She's investing this much money. So that's my principal. Oops. Investing. Principal. Wrong line. Good. And she's investing it at 7.6%. So there's my R. 7.6%. Divide that by 100. 0.076. There's my R. She wants the money to increase to 8,000. So that's going to be my final amount. It's going to be my $8,000. How long means we're looking for time will she need to invest the money? So in order to calculate this, I need numbers for everything except for the letter I'm looking for, which means I still need a letter for I. So to get my I have to take my final amount and I have to take off my present value amount to figure out what the difference is, because the difference will be my interest. 4850 equals, so let's see, 8,000 minus 4850, $3,150. That's a lot of interest we've got to make. Okay, so that's going to be my interest value. So that's what I can put on this side. 3150 equals, principal came out of the question, 4850. My interest rate came out of my question, 0.76. And time, well, that's what I'm looking for. So let's simplify a little bit. So we got 3150 equals 4850 times 0.076 equals 368.6 times time. Opposite of timesing is divide, so let's divide both sides by 368.6. So my time will be 3150 divided by 368.6 equals 8.5 years. Therefore, needs to invest for 8.5 years.